Welcome back to our channel, and today we'll be taking a look at the top 10 biggest sports upsetting moments. In this list, you will witness those heartbreaking sports moments which would make you flip the table. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. For the first time in history, the Pistons beat the Los Angeles Lakers, despite missing out on the NBA Finals in the 2003 with a team that included Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton. The Lakers returned to the NBA Finals in 2004. Malone and Payton both were on the verge of winning a championship, and many fans were expecting them to do so when the Los Angeles and Detroit met in the NBA Finals in June, resulting in an upsetting moment where every bit was as stunning as Detroit's overwhelming performance on the field. The Pistons beat Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games, putting an end to their season, unless Bryant was able to make a deep three-pointer in the overtime to force Game 2 into extra. The game would have been over by that point. Each of the Pistons' victories, except for one, were done by double figures and limited to the Lakers by less than 90 points in their 4 of 5 games. Number 9. The 1980 Ice Miracle. This particular incident influenced many different aspects that is referred to as the greatest sport upset of all time. At the 1980 Winter Olympics, they conducted in the Lake Placid, New York, a squad of college United States players amazed the world as well as themselves by defeating the Soviet national team. The Soviet national team, however, was universally recognized as the most talented squad on the planet at the hometown. A fierce drive by the Soviet didn't stop Mike Urzo's tie-breaking score with just 10 minutes left on the clock in the third period. Despite the Soviets' territorial dominance, the United States proved skill in the counterattack, besides being fallen into the Soviet Union squad with a score of 10-3 in an exhibition match shortly before the Olympics. Team USA came back to win with a score of 4-3 in the finals, but still, this victory is widely considered as the biggest upset in American history. Number 8. Ali beats George Foreman. George Foreman was the most dangerous as well as feared boxer on the planet in late 1974. Foreman was undefeated and has just crushed his opponent, Joe Frazier. Foreman was 7 years younger than Muhammad Ali, who is 4-1 underdog going into this battle. Rather than just attempting to flee from a painfully attacking Foreman, Ali chose to lie down along the platform ropes, which allowed Foreman to exhaust himself, which blows that generally missed Ali's arms and body. When Foreman reached the 8th round, he was extremely fatigued and Ali was throwing straight and crisp punches. After putting Foreman completely down for the time with a 5-punch combination, Ali was able to claim himself the heavyweight title back and pull off a stunning upset by waving the fight off in the last seconds. Number 7. RULON Gardner earns the gold medal. Alexander Karelin of Russia is the largest Greco-Roman wrestler ever. He joined the 2000 Summer Olympics, which in the last 6 years didn't even earn a score. Karelin took a gold medal in the 1988 and 1992, as well as the 1996 Olympics, and possessed a perfect 887-1 career. From the beginning to the end, Gardner annoyed Karelin and blocked the Russian champion from pulling out his legendary Karelin lift. Then Gardner clutched a 1-0 advantage and played out the time to bring the gold medal back to his home. So, what about Karelin? Right after the game, he withdrew from the competition. Number 6. Roberta Vinci against Serena Williams. Serena Williams is undoubtedly the best female player of all time, and she is likely the most awesome female athlete in history. Apart from that, the bold woman is one of the finest athletes in general. But it seems like none of these titles helped Roberta Vinci of Italy beat Serena Williams in the finals of the 2015 US Open game. Player Serena Williams attempted to complete a calendar Grand Slam when she was beaten by Vinci in 3 sets, 2-4, 6-4, and 6-4. Vinci hits Williams from every aspect and kept her off edge throughout the game, to which she won. It perhaps was the most well-known and notable match of Vinci's career, and it was considered the event that resulted in her retirement 3 years later. Her victory over Serena Williams is still considered one of the most shocking upsets in the history of tennis. Number 5. UCLA strike ended by Notre Dame. In the early 1970s, UCLA's Bonfids were completely established. The program of John Wooden came on January 19, 1974, with a number 2 Notre Dame having a winning 88-game run. Although the Irish were an enormous club, UCLA had dominated college basketball to such an extent that each loss was described as a big shock. Dwight Clay struck a short sleep from the right corner to deliver a 7-1 win, and Fighting Irish ended up as the NCAA men claimed their longest winning streak ever. Number 4. South Korea takes the win. Tiger Woods was the ultimate lover of golf. With the 2009 PGA Championship, Tiger Woods never lost after 54 holes. His lead with 2 shots in the final round, and his win looked legit, particularly because of Yang, a South Korean participant, was his closest challenger. On the last day, Woods' putter failed to do the magic, and Yang took the opportunity and slammed him into the 14th hole. He even concluded the game with a 1-stroke lead, stiffening a 210-yard approach to the last hole to shut down birdie and beat Woods with 3 shots. Number 3. Pirates in the Classic World Series surprised the Yankees. It is the only World Series determined by a home walk in Game 7. To this day, when they met in 1960s, the Yankee and Pirates performed one of the strangest fall classics in history. New York crushed the Pirates with a score of 38-3, in which of his 3 winners. On the other hand, the Pirates overpowered the Yankees by 24-17. Game 7 was a side-to-side contest with 3 lead changes in the closing of 2 innings. Pittsburgh Bill Mazeroski, who was known for his defense, slammed a 1-0 fastball in the left side for an unexpected win of 9-9 at the bottom of the 9th. For the series, the Pirates scored a 55-27, and Mickey Mantle recalled the game being the only loss that had led him to cry. Number 2. Duke Shocks UNLV. The UNLV basketball teams in 1990 to 1991 was going off a successful year that ended in a national championship the previous season, with a 45-game scoring stretch combining into their national semifinal game against second-ranked Duke. The Running Rebels were in a good position, although the game featured the best 2 teams in the nation history against each other. Few anticipated a tight contest, considering the fact that UNLV had wiped out Duke in the previous years in national championship games. By 103 in Las Vegas, many speculated that the credit will be gone to big game by Christian Leather, who hit 28 points and also scored 15 points off the breach of Brian Davis. And that was probably when Duke pulled off the unexpected upset in a 79-77 victory over UNLV. Duke held the Rebels 20 points under the season's average, maintained the pace, and never allowed Coach Jerry Tarkanian's side to go on one of the other famed runs. The defeat would have been the longest winning streak in the country since UCLA's 88 winning game record 17 later. Number 1. TYSON vs Douglas. Maybe it's because I'm a bit opinionated. However, this is one of my favorite picks for this list of the biggest upset in sports history. TYSON came into a match with a long title, with being the most feared boxer in the globe, and he was a natural pain to deal with. While Douglas had a history of being wary in matches, and many boxing professionals doubted his tendencies, athletic abilities, and fitness before battle, Douglas started the match 42-1 underdog. Was just a mirage, sportsbook offering betting odds on the fights before it took place. Douglas put that to Mike Tyson from the get-go, setting terms and winning nearly every fight. Douglas seemed to be in slight distress after getting struck down by a straight uppercut in the 8th round, but he recovered to pound Tyson with his power punches in the 9th. A flawless uppercut and a constant series of power shots that landed flat-ended the fight in the 10th round against Tyson, who was beginning to exhaust. Tyson was unable to come back from the count, and that's how one of the greatest upsets of history took place. So, what do you guys think about this video? If you missed out on any important, disappointing sports moments, please let us know in the comment section down below. Anyways guys, we hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.